Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm actually landing a P-51D dead stick. That means lost my engine, and I only get one shot at this. Fortunately, it happened right at a perfect moment. We'll talk about that more in a second. There's a few things to watch out for in this video. There's a lot of things that are going on. Actually, I'm going to talk about it just a couple of minutes. If you don't want to listen to this, just go ahead and jump out to the actual landing. First thing that's happening here is something called forward slip. If you're too fast, if you're too high, and you need to come down, what you want to do is use something called a forward slip. This is when you use cross controls, right rudder, left aileron. In this case, the airplane twists into a weird position where it's not facing the wind straight on, it's actually flying sideways. It acts like a big air brake. You can actually slow down and go down faster. There was actually an airline pilot that used this on a Boeing. They nicknamed it the Gimli glider. They ran out of fuel. There was some miscalculation. The pilot had to put the plane down. The field was too close. He used the forward slip, and he actually got it down onto the field. The next thing I want to talk about is you can't force the airplane to touch down. It's physics. If it's going too fast, the wings are creating too much lift, it's not going to want to land. The best example of this we can see is in the St. Bart's video, where the Piper Aztec guy put the nose down, tried to be like a twin otter, and then he picked up speed, and the airplane just floated over the runway until it was ready to land, which was too late. Eventually the airplane ended up in the sand. So basically, you can't force the airplane to land. You have to have it at a proper airspeed. The last thing I want to talk about is something called pilot-induced oscillation. This is when the airplane starts oscillating, the nose up and down, and the pilot is trying to chase it and fix it. If this happens too low, this is very dangerous and is very deadly. In this case, it's caused by a bounce, and there's two ways out of it. The first and the safest thing is to actually go around, power up, and let the airplane get out of it. The second thing you can do is actually very dangerous, but you have to be disciplined. Stay steady, and that's basically grab the stick and just keep it in a little bit aft position. The airplane will actually eventually stabilize, and it will touch down properly. So I've had to do this a couple of times in my life, and both times it worked perfect. In this case, because there is no go around, that's what I had to do. So now let's get into this landing. Coming around here trying to do a nice pattern to do a nice landing, and all of a sudden the engine stops, and it stops right at a perfect position. This is something you practice for in real life. Right at the edge of the runway, you're at perfect altitude, and you just start a nice turn to the runway. Keep it a steady turn. You don't want to make it a boxy turn. Too much bank, you lose too much altitude. In this case, I actually started doing a forward slip. I picked up the cues very early that was too fast, and I started doing the forward slip. Right rudder, left aileron. And then just as I come over the runway, you kind of release everything. Let everything go to neutral. The airplane will stabilize. It'll find the least path of resistance, which is nose forward. Next thing is the airplane is still fast, and you try to force it down, which is never a good idea. Once it bounces up, this is where the PIO happens, but nope, I have had experience in this. Just hold the stick a little bit aft and let it settle down right onto the runway, center line. There's a lot of things that actually went into this, a lot of experience from real life that went into this. So the DCS, they got a lot of stuff right. For the most part, it works. And it's a great way to enjoy a simulation. So I hope you liked the video. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.